Stop running scales. Seriously, you could spend 10 hours a day running scales for the next decade and still not unlock the fretboard. Why? Because scales alone aren't musical. Let me explain, but first, pause this video and grab your guitar, because we're going to go over a lot today, and it's basically worthless to you if you're not getting it into your hands while we talk about it. As ironic as this may sound, we're going to start this video going over the major scale, just to make sure you have it locked in. So we're going to go C major, which is 3rd fret on the A string, 5th fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string, 3rd fret on the D string, 5th fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the G string, 4th fret on the G string, 5th fret on the G string. So going over that again. Just like that. If you don't have that locked in, go back slowly and lock it in before we move on, seriously. This is a very important concept for understanding the music behind your scales. We're just going to take that scale and count up with the notes, just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. Do that yourself, and then let's move on. Now we're going to get into the music inside of these scales. A scale is literally just a scale, right? There's no real music inside of that besides maybe a Beatles song, right? But we need to know what chords fit inside of that scale. So if we were to play only the notes in that scale, what chords would we get? Well, let me walk you through them. We would have C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, back to C. It's very important that we conceptualize these chords in a very specific way. So we're going to go back to that idea of counting up the notes, but we're going to use Roman numerals this time. You know them little IV bitches? Yeah, those guys. So remember, counting up the scale, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. So we need to relate that idea to our chords. And the way we do that is by saying the number and then the quality of the chord. Just like this. 1 major, 2 minor, 3 minor, 4 major, 5 major, 6 minor, 7 diminished, 1 major. A little brain fart there. And correlating that with our Roman numerals, we do lowercase letters for our minor chords and capital letters for our major chords. So I'll put those on screen right here, just like this. Why is this so important? You're probably thinking, Braden, we're just playing the major scale and counting, playing chords and counting. This seems kind of silly. And in a way it is, but the reason we do this is because this is a way to think about music that moves between keys. So if you can learn a song and place it into these number boxes, you can play it in any key. Say you know a song that's in the key of D, you know it's like D, G, A, D. If I said to play that in the key of E, if you had no way to connect those chords just to being in a key, then you might be kind of confused. But if you knew that that was the 1, 4, 5, 1, you could just go to E and go, okay, 1, 4, 5, 1. It makes it far easier. That's why this is so important. So now we know why it's important, but how do we actually use this information musically? Well, my best recommendation to get these ideas in a musical way is to relate them to the songs you already know. So we're going to go over a quick song, and then I'm going to relate these ideas to that song so that you can see how it works and do it on your own. We're going to go over the verse of the song Sheep by Mountjoy. It goes just like this. We start with a D flat, which is going to be 4th fret on the A string, 6th fret on the D string, 6th fret on the G string, and 6th fret on the B string. And then we go up to G flat, which is going to be 9th fret on the A string, and then 11th fret on the D, G, and B. And then we're going to go down to F minor, which is going to be 8th fret on the A, 10th fret on the D and G, and then it's going to be 9th fret on the B, and 8th fret on the high E. And then we're going to go down to E flat minor, which is the same shape, just move it down 2 frets. And it just loops around those, just like this. how do we relate that to the ideas we've been talking about? Well, first we need to figure out what key it's in. A big giveaway for me finding what key a song is in is feeling out which notes feel like home and looking at where the major and minor chords are placed specifically. Like we talked about building the chords with the scale, the major chords are on the 1, 4, and 5. That's very important for this. So we know that we have a major chord starting out, right? On D flat. And then we have a major chord up here on G flat. Now if we were to just play a major scale down here on D flat and pick the notes out, we have D flat, E flat, F. What's next? G flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know we have this major chord on the 1 and this major chord on the 4. That's a very big giveaway that this song is probably in D major. So let's break apart the rest of the chords and see if that makes sense. So we would have a major 1, and then a major 4, and then we just walk down. Let's see what comes up. We got a minor 3 and a minor 2. It seems like that makes sense. This song is in fact in the key of D. If you just watch this video with your guitar and lock these ideas in, you just made huge motion, but you're not done yet. You need to pick songs you know and do this on your own, because taking the action of figuring it out by yourself is the biggest way you can learn. I've just given you the pieces. You need to go pick a song you know, learn a new song. I don't really care, it just has to be a song, and figure out how it fits into these ideas we just talked about. We really just went over major keys, so I would pick a song that sounds major, happy, la la la. That'll make it a lot easier. If you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button, and I also have 2 links down below. One of them goes to a free Discord community where you can ask me questions, so if you just watched this video and went, man, I almost got it, but if I could just ask Braden this one thing, well, guess what? You can do that. We get on calls going over these videos. And the other link is an application for my intensive guitar community for if you want to work very closely with me. If it seems like we're a good fit after you fill that out, it'll push you through to schedule a call with me and we'll chat it out and see how we're feeling about it. You keep killing it, and do not forget to use these ideas in the songs you know and songs you learn from now on. I'll see ya.